South Florida, glad you are with us because off we go on tonight's Miami Heat NBA adventure. And forget the days of the Clippers being an easy win. They have been anything but one of the top teams in the Western Conference this year. Haslam put it up softly, and it drops for Udonis.
It looks like they're going to leave Udonis open to go help down on Shaq. Udonis may have that open shot all night if they don't adjust.
Coach, this is the Heat's fourth game in the last 5 nights. The Heat winning yesterday in the afternoon out in Houston, Texas by 6 over the Rockets.
When you're playing well, Eric, that's not really a negative, especially since they played yesterday afternoon. They were in their beds early last night, so they're well rested for this game.
Heat playing a very solid game yesterday in the 6-point win at Houston. They led by as many as 19. And when the Rockets closed to within 6, Miami held on. They held Houston a 37% shooting, got 56 points from the duo of Wade and Shaquille O'Neal. And Dwyane Wade put the game away with 17 of his 32 points in the fourth quarter.
Technical foul right there, maybe on Kaman.
Now, Chris Kaman was issued the first personal foul of this game. And I believe you are right, a technical foul on the 23-year-old Kaman as well. Well, everybody in this league knows you don't mess around with Bob Delaney in the house, the 19th year NBA official, a former New York State undercover policeman for 14 years. So Haslam makes the free throw. Udonis has all 3 of Miami's points. Here's Payton, corner 3. Kaboom!
Yeah, that might have been a zone right there, out of the side, out of bounds. We'll see it next time.
So a good start for Miami with the game's first 6 points as Kaman goes to work with a running left-handed hook. Elton Brand down with a rebound. Coach, in this matchup, you have 2 of the best rebounding teams in the NBA.
Yes, and defense and rebounding is what wins championships, and the Heat have improved their defensive stance and their rebounding. This team is the best rebounding team in NBA, the Clippers are.
Gary Payton guarded by Sam Cassell. Nice one bounce for Shaq. Takes on 4 Clippers and is called for traveling.
I'm not sure that's a travel, Eric. You're allowed to come to a jump stop and then go up.
Cuttino Mobley with the left-handed jump shot. Tony Mobley, the 8-year veteran out of Rhode Island, averaging 16 points per game. He leads them in minutes and right now could be in his best groove of the regular season.
He exceeds the original projection as Wade makes a nice cut inside and puts the ball up.
Wade with the 32 yesterday at Houston. That included 16 for 19 free throw shooting. Dwyane making all 10 in the fourth quarter. And that free throw was Dwyane Wade's 4,000th career point. Fastest to 4,000 in Heat history, and that should surprise nobody.
Yes, past Alonzo Mourning.
Cuttino Mobley back-to-back scores for the LA Clippers. So it's 9-4 Heat. Miami's made their first 3 shots. Shaq with deep position, and he hooks it over Kaman.
Wow, he had Kaman on him, he had Brand on him, Cassell was in the area, but a quick pass and a quick move negated all of that.
Coach, Shaquille O'Neal doing so much of his most important work before he receives the ball to establish that great low post spot.
That and his rebounding shows you that his ankle's in shape. There's the running right there. Check
Look out below.
Yeah. Wow, D. Wade with an excellent pass. Shaq is really running well. You can tell his feet and his legs feel good.
Now Shaquille O'Neal with 4 points in a row. Remember, he does lead the league in field goal percentage, shooting 56%. Mobley drew the foul and scored off glass.
He's shooting 38% for his career. He's down a little bit this year at 34%, but he has a scorer's mentality.
And right now also has all 7 Clippers points. Well, yesterday's game at Houston started with the Heat making their first 4 shots. Tonight they've hit their first 5. And almost 6 as Wade misses wide right, but draws the defensive foul on Quentin Ross. And Wade gets the second. So 4 points for Dwyane, 7-point lead for the Heat. Wade and O'Neal each with 4. Mobley. That one is short. Shaq with a quick outlet for Wade. Makes the catch and rams it through.
Wow.
What a play. And the foul.
D-Wade got a block at the other end. Had a terrific pass from Shaq.
So the Heat have hit on their first 6 field goal attempts tonight. Another 3-point play for Wade, who is off quickly. Wade with 7 points in this first quarter. Heat lead by 10. Brand dumps it low for Wilcox. And off the deflection, here's Payton. Haslam's by himself. Got it!
Eric, you got to like the body language by the Heat at both ends of the floor.
8 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Open is Posey for 3. Yes.
When the Heat's clicking, Eric, the defenses have to pick their poison. Tonight so far, Posey's made 2 threes. Now, if you're the opposing coach, how do you play Shaq, Wade, and guard Posey on the perimeter?
Well, right now, not very well. 9 straight points for the Heat, 8 for 8 shooting to begin the game as James Singleton delivers the jump shot. Now, Singleton, who started the last couple of games against the Denver Nuggets, distinguished himself with excellent defense against Carmelo Anthony.
Wasn't drafted, played 2 years in Italy before he made the NBA.
Well, the big hop step for Shaq, and the Heat's first miss comes with 7:20 left in this opening quarter. Elton Brand, low post against Posey, comes right in. Shaq with the takeaway. He gobbled it up. 3-on-2 break. Payton for Wade. Pretty good choice by Gary Payton.
A great defensive play by Shaq at one end on an MVP candidate. Payton gave it up perfectly at the right time for Wade, and he threw it down, of course.
What an incredible start to this game for Miami on both ends of the floor. 9 points already for Dwyane. Miami up 15. And Elton Brand finding a certain number 32 lurking in the vicinity. Not going to be an easy night. At least the Heat hope to make it that way. Gary Payton picks up his first foul.
Brand dominated the game in Los Angeles. He carried this team to victory. 37 points, 12 rebounds, 6 block shots, and he made all kinds of big shots against him. 16 for 23 from the floor. So the Heat do not want him to dominate this game.
A blocking foul underneath on James Posey. Making matters worse, the basket by Chris Wilcox dropped. And Chris Wilcox, the former University of Maryland star, comes off the bench, collects a 3-point play. Miami up by 12. Sean Livingston defending Payton. Mobley on Wade. Good ball movement by the Heat here in the first quarter. 9 for 10 shooting. Wade draws 2 defenders, and Haslam called for steps. Little bit tentative after receiving the ball in a wide open position.
Yeah, and Shaq was wide open in the low post, but Udonis was looking at the rim, and it could have been a 3-second call also.
Now the Clippers with 5 wins in a row, and in that span they've held the opponents to under 86 points per game. Been a very good defensive stretch for them. And Mobley just spinning past Wade. Coutinho Mobley basically has matched Wade point for point. They both have 9.
Wade had good defense down there, but he reached. Whenever people reach, defenders reach, they always get off balance. It usually results in a bad situation.
Now James Singleton is defending Dwyane Wade. Payton straight away, fakes the 3, on the drive, yes.
Strategy by Montgomery, whoever's, oh, there's a steal by, Posey stole the inbounds pass and dumped the ball.
What a play by Posey.
Oh, man.
Miami's up by 14, and we have had tons of highlights in this first quarter.
Wow, both of us kind of took our eyes off it for a second. All of a sudden, Posey's in there.
James Singleton with the triple. James Singleton with 5 points in 4 minutes of work.
This guy doesn't want to go back to Italy. He likes the NBA.
Singleton played the last 2 seasons in Italy after his collegiate career at Murray State. O'Neal with a spin, Singleton down with a rebound. James Singleton, a very athletic-looking 6'8", 215-pounder. Mobley. This is Wilcox hitting on the short hook. 5 points for Chris Wilcox, who averages a little under 5 points a game. Well, the Heat are up 9. O'Neal with a spin, with the basket and the foul.
Eric, what they're trying to do, the Clippers, is they're waiting to see when Shaq makes his move, and then they're coming.
So the Heat with a lead of 11. Tony, they've hit 12 of their first 14 shots.
Well, you can see how different this team is with Shaq in the lineup. They were 11 and 10. He came back, and now they're 17 and 8 in the last 25 games.
By the way, how about Shaq yesterday in Houston? Made his first 10 foul shots, finished the afternoon. 12 of 18 from the line for 24 points.
Did you, Jeff Van Gundy, saying, why me? Why does it have to happen against us?
Elton Brand put it up softly and knocked in his first basket of the game.
Lost 18 pounds from last year. He's so mobile. When we first saw him in Los Angeles, I thought he was, that he was sick or something. But he went on that program, and he's a much better player today.
Nice block. Here's Posey from 3. Got it!
Posey.
James Posey has had some spectacular action here in the first quarter.
3 threes, a steal and a dunk, and a charge. He threw the charge right there. You saw that coming all the way, baby.
James Posey with 8 points. Posey and Wade have each gone 3 for 3 from the field in this first quarter. Peter 13 out of 16 shooting. Here's Payton teeing up a 3. That one off the back of the rim and pulled down by Chris Wilcox. Well, the Heat are up by 13 with just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Antoine Walker in the game. Dwyane Wade has gone to the bench. Mobley, nice dish. And Elton Brand was fouled by O'Neal. Coutinho Mobley, he came over as a free agent, a 5-year, $42 million deal.
Yeah, arguably the best player guard ever to come out of Rhode Island.
And the Heat's very own Ron Rothstein would be on your backcourt honor roll in the history of the University of Rhode Island, located in beautiful Kingston, Rhode Island, southern part of that delightful state.
Ron was a point guard in the early 60s, the first real good point guard they had.
4 points for Elton Brand. 11-point lead for Miami. Payton on the duck in. And the old pro at the age of 37 has a few tricks. And he also has 7 points and 4 assists in this first quarter. Miami now 14 out of 18 with their shooting in this first period.
Good defense by Udonis, forced that turnover. Trying to get the ball, Clippers were to Brand, and Udonis knocked it off Brand's leg.
Yeah, the Heat have come out very, very sharply and focused in this opening quarter on their 4th game in 5 nights. Posey squares and missed the 3. Look out below! O'Neal erupting off the offensive board.
That was a terrific rebound. That was a ricochet. If your hand wasn't up, it might have given you a concussion, but Shaq showed good hands on that rebound.
9 points for O'Neal. And off the glass, Elton Brand now with 6.
Well, we know he knows what to do with it when he gets it on the offensive end.
Brand averaging a career high 24.5 points a game on 52% from the field. Antoine Walker lobbing for Mourning. Look out! Alonzo with a dunk, and the Heat, the #1 team, scoring in the paint, attacking in the lane with a vengeance. Tony, 24 points in the paint already.
Excellent execution by the Heat out of the timeout, and I believe this is their highest scoring quarter of the season.
You nailed that one. Here's Elton Brand on the baseline. Young Sean Livingston unloads the jumper and knocks it in. Sean Livingston, who's had so many injury problems over his first 2 years, missed 39 games as a rookie with a dislocated kneecap, missed the first 21 games this year with an injury to his lower back.
He was the 4th pick in the 2004 NBA draft out of high school, and as you mentioned, his career has been stifled a little bit because of injuries.
3-second violation inside on Mourning. He turning it over for the 4th time in this very productive first quarter. 40 on the board for Miami. And the Heat doing it on 76% shooting.
Yeah, you said it earlier. This team, the Clippers, lead the league in defensive field goal percentage.
Held the Denver Nuggets on back-to-back games under 40% shooting. That's not easy to do. Mobley goes bottoms up. Coutinho, the 30-year-old from Philadelphia originally, with 11 first quarter points on 5 for 6 shooting, and coach, the Clippers have knocked in their last 6 shots. And here's an offensive foul on Miami. Clippers are down 11. A minute left in the first quarter. Chris Kaman is back in for LA. Elton Brand on the bench right now. Singleton, mid-post against Wade. Double team comes. Livingston to an open spot. Kaman on the board, puts it back in. First bucket tonight for Chris Kaman, who's averaging 11 points and 9 rebounds on the year. But he has really taken a major step ahead this year, and a lot of it's come here in the month of January.
The Heat took D. Wade with the 5th pick in the 2003 draft. Kaman was the next pick for the Clippers at number 6.
Here's Mourning against Kaman. He shuffled his feet.
Yes, left foot pivot. He lifted it before he put the ball on the floor.
Tony, Chris Kaman averaged 9 points, about 7 rebounds, shot 50% last year. Played in all 82 games as a rookie. You can see his improvement. But here in the month of January, averaging 15 points, 11 rebounds, and shooting 58%.
10th in the league in field goal percentage for the year at 52%. You can see why. He's come off the bench after that early foul trouble and made a couple of shots.
And oh, by the way, he is a 7-footer who can play some defense as well. In the top 20 in shot blocks. Here's Wade from 18. Kaboom! Dwyane Wade, 11 points in the quarter, 4 of 4 from the field. Now the highest scoring quarter this season for Miami.
As Wade progresses in his career, that shot's going to get more distance. He's going to be even more difficult to stop, and then they won't be able to put 2.5 guys on him, as he says.
7 points now for James Singleton as he opens the second quarter with his 3rd field goal. Dwyane Wade with 11 first quarter points, same for Cuttino Mobley. For Wade, this is already his 48th consecutive game scoring double figures. And a moving screen on the Heat. That will go against Antoine Walker. That's Walker's first foul.
And the Heat's #1 team in the league scoring in the paint. And right now they're up 24-12 in that area.
Now the Heat shoot 77% in the first quarter, yet their lead is only 7. Why? The Clippers also shooting lights out. 68% on 15 of 22. And Wilcox adds another bucket to that. 7 points off the bench for Wilcox. So they already have 16 points off their bench from Wilcox, Singleton, and Livingston. And the Clippers on a 12-2 run. Here comes Twan on the move. Back for O'Neal. And Wilcox grabbing a hold of that big right arm. Shaquille O'Neal, 9 first quarter points to go with 4 rebounds. The Diesel has been over the 20-point mark in 5 of his last 6 games. And he reaches double figures with just under 10 minutes to go in this first half. Heat are up 6. Miami led in the first quarter by as many as 15. The Clippers have not yet led. Cassell back in the game after picking up those 2 early fouls in the first quarter. Brand turns the other way. Got it, plus the foul on Walker. And Pat Riley said of Elton Brand that he is a handful, and if you don't gear your defense toward him, he could wear out your whole team through the course of 48 minutes.
That's what he did in Los Angeles. I mean, he made shots from all different spots. Baseline, dunks, outside Jays, fast break dunks. He dominated that game. 16 for 23 from the floor. Sorry, Eric.
9 points for Elton Brand, Tony, and a 15-3 run for the Clippers to move within 3 points. So the Clippers putting out their answer here in the first half. Wade was fouled. Visit Heat.com and vote now. And I was wondering if we could perhaps write in the coach, Tony Fiorentino, as the Heat's biggest off-the-court prankster. True or false?
Write it in, baby. We'll have some fun with it.
1 out of 2 at the line for Wade. He's got 12. Miami up 4. 3 minutes in, second quarter. A game that's getting better as it wears on. Cassell with a left-hand dribble. Good pump fake. Draws the foul on the rookie, Gerald Fitch.
Yeah, same move that Wade used at the other end. Sammy Cassell played for Bob Sugar Wade down in Baltimore. Reggie Williams played there. Some great players. Muggsy Bogues, we saw him the other night in Charlotte.
Tony, I'll tell you what I love about Sam Cassell. 13 years in the league and 36 years of age. Hasn't dulled his love for the game. He's one of the few NBA players that can compete like a junkyard dog, yet have a smile on his face. He really exudes love for the game.
That's the same way he was at the camp. You know, out there in 90 degrees, running all over the place.
This is the closest the game has been since it was 2-zip Miami. The Clippers have come all the way from 15 back. It was 24-9 midway through the first quarter as Brand misses and gets it right back. Elton finds Singleton for the open jumper. And James Singleton has drained his open jumpers tonight. He's 4 of 5, has 9 points, and the game is even at 44.
And the Clippers now are shooting 64%, while the Heat shooting 71. Wow.
A 19-4 run by Los Angeles. Posey for 3. Kaboom!
There's that third one I was talking about. I gave him one earlier they didn't have. I was waiting on that, James. Now he's got me up to snuff with 3 threes.
Already his third triple in this game. Posey with 11. Cassell off the back rim. And this is Chris Kaman coming right back at Shaq, but missing. Fitch had his hands on it, and it's knocked out of bounds. Let's see who's going to get it. Heat ball. Heat ball with just under 8 minutes left in this wild first half. Sam Cassell actually came to the Clippers with a #1 pick. Actually, the deal sending Marko Jaric to Minnesota. And that's a travel on Shaquille O'Neal down on the low post. Now, Coach, this has been an unusual first half. Miami shooting 72% to this juncture, but leading by only 3 points. That's a little bit scary.
Yes, the Heat's been turning the ball over this quarter, and then obviously you don't get shots when that happens.
8 turnovers in the first half for Miami. Fitch right creeping up on Cassell. Walker defending Elton Brand. Brand wheeling in for the turnaround. And the rebound to Dwyane Wade.
Walker that time got Brand to go over the left shoulder. He's more comfortable going over the right shoulder.
Wade changing gears and directions, but no change in the end result. He'll get a couple of free throws.
Singleton likes to do, Eric. He's a slasher. He's a guy with, as you mentioned, a lot of energy, and he likes to rebound from the perimeter. He's always running in, trying to sky over people.
Tony, we got to talk a little bit about what the Clippers just did. They hold Denver under 40% shooting in both games, and the Nuggets had won 7 in a row prior to the back-to-back losses to this Los Angeles team.
And Mike Dunleavy challenged his team at home after beating Denver the night before, and they responded.
Nice looking maneuver there for Sam Cassell. And that's his first basket of the game. He does have 4 points. Heat lead by 3. 3 Heat starters already in double figures. 14 for Wade, 11 for Posey, 10 for Shaquille O'Neal. Fitch steps into it. And the rebound claim by Cuttino Mobley, who leads the Clippers with 11 points.
Well, the Clippers would like to double team Shaq and Wade and leave Fitch open for that shot. You got to pick your poison. For the Clippers, Fitch is the guy.
And Fitch is the guy called for that foul.
And Pat Riley obviously notices that. Payton will come in for Fitch. Now it makes it more difficult to play that kind of defense. Payton's a better outside shooter than Fitch.
Trying to steal a few minutes rest for Gary Payton. Payton played 40 minutes in yesterday's win at Houston. Did have 12 points, 6 assists, 5 boards, and hit 4 triples in 8 attempts. James Posey also leaving the ball game for Miami. Udonis Haslem's back in. Heat were very solid in yesterday's win against the Rockets. Houston, hard to believe, worst home record in the league this year as Brand knocks in another. So Elton Brand with 11 points, making this his 50th consecutive game with double-figure points. Hey, how about a cotton candy, Coach? Get that guy over here.
Where'd he go?
Well, Haslem lost his footing, and that's the 9th Heat turnover this first half.
Pat Riley's upset because he lost his footing by being pushed.
Now, twice in the first quarter, the Heat led by 15. The Clippers came back with a 19-4 run to tie it at 44. Right now, they look for their first lead of the ball game. Cuttino Mobley with under 6 minutes left in the half. Had it blocked by Wade.
2 blocks by Wade so far in this game.
Walker finds O'Neal for the runner, and Kaman commits his 3rd foul.
Terrific play by Walker, hitting O'Neal, who's running the court.
And Shaquille O'Neal now with 11 points. The Heat 10 of 14 at the foul line in this first half. 2-point lead for the Heat. 5:23 remaining in the second quarter. Mobley slipping past Wade by Haslem, but missing as O'Neal came over to harass the shot. Here's Haslem from 16 feet, drilled it. 7 points for Udonis.
I think Udonis is finally getting comfortable with that broken pinky on his hand. It's got to be healed by now. He did it earlier in the season.
He's 3 for 3 tonight. Posey and Haslem, the 2 forwards for the Heat, combining for 18 points on 7 of 8 shooting. A lot of folks have wanted more out of the Heat's starting forwards offensively. Getting it tonight. Oh my, they just missed what looked like a clear foul by Walker.
Yeah, he looked like he grabbed his shirt from behind.
Meanwhile, as quick as you could say Dwyane Wade, he strikes down at the other end. He has 16 points and the Heat lead by 6.
Pat Riley, whenever people ask him about the production between Posey and Udonis on certain nights, says, hey, if we win, it doesn't matter. The production, the things that they do, especially Udonis with that lunch bucket mentality and blue collar, as you mentioned, winning is all that counts.
But for the masses, it's the points that bring notoriety as Payton delivers a triple.
Yeah, right there is what Fitch can't do from the three-point line. Payton can. Now, you're Mike Dunleavy. You've got a problem because if Payton continues to hit that shot, it's going to open up more inside for Shaq.
8 straight points for Miami, 10 for Gary Payton in the first half, and the Heat are 5 of 7 from downtown. Singleton, James Singleton having quite a first half. 11 points for the rookie. He's made 5 of his 6 shots.
He looks like a 5-year vet out there, boy. Wow. Good shooter.
The shooting has been magnificent here in the first half. Wade came up short. Shaq lunging for the rebound, and he will be called for the pushing foul. The second foul on O'Neal puts Miami over the limit and puts Cassell at the foul line. That miss at the line, the Clippers' first of the night. They are 8 of 9 at the foul line for Mike Dunleavy. They shoot 80% on the year from the stripe, 3rd best in the NBA. So Cassell with 5 points. And they've all come here in the second quarter. Payton on the repost for Wade. Down he goes, no foul.
Good repost. Wade wound up with a good shot.
And a technical foul been whistled against Dwyane Wade. Mobley to shoot the tech. 5-point lead for the Heat. 2:52 left in the half. Very entertaining half as Cassell knocks it down over the top of Shaq. So 7 points all in the quarter for Sam. And the Heat lead again down to 3. Shaq doubled on the catch. Repost. And fouled almost immediately by Chris Wilcox.
Excellent play by the Heat.
4-point lead for the Heat. 2:25 left in the half. That's Elton Brand's spot. Left or right of the lane from 17 feet and in. He is deadly.
He's automatic, it seems, with that jab.
13 points for Brand. 2-point lead for Miami. Wade to his left, streaking in. Finding Payton at the top for 3. No. And Shaquille O'Neal, that was pretty good giddy up for the big fella. And we get a whistle and a foul in that deep corner right in front of the Heat bench. And Shaquille O'Neal, we mentioned it, over his last 6 games. 22 points, 10 rebounds a game, and 64% shooting. He is vaulted back to the top on the NBA field goal percentage list for this year. 56% from the field is Shaq. And he's averaging almost 10 rebounds a game for the regular season.
You know, Eric, he's got a better release on the ball now. He's really shooting the free throw well. His elbow's in. He's getting good rotation on the ball. He's got a follow through. If he can continue to do that, he'll get that percentage up as he's doing already.
He's hit 6 of 9 tonight at the stripe, has 14 points. The Heat lead by 4. That is Boniface Dong. Haslam from the corner. 9 points for Udonis on 4 for 4 shooting. And right back come the Clippers on an Elton Brand mid-range jumper.
That automatic J, and look at this score, 64-62 in the first half.
Do not blink. Do not look away. Elton Brand with 15 points. The Nets might burn off after this first half.
Both teams shooting over 60%.
And 2 teams that take a lot of pride in defense, making the offense even more impressive.
Clippers go to a zone, it looks like.
Haslam finds Posey topside for 3. James Posey has become a 3-point machine. 4 in the game, 83 for the year.
Tied for 8th with his 3-point percentage with Chauncey Billups at 43%.
And he came in tied for 16th in 3-pointers made with teammate Antoine Walker. Miami with 67 first half points, but only a lead of 5. Here's Dong. And the rebound of Posey, that will end the first half. It's Mobley, Cassell, Brand, Kamen, and Quentin Ross to open the second half, and Mobley begins the third quarter like he did the first when he poured in 11 points. So the Clippers for real on the year, and for real with a chance of winning this game. Just the start of a 6-game, 11-day Eastern Conference road trip. On the year, they're 11-7 against the East. Wade taking it right to Grandma's house, and he'll go to the free throw line.
I think it's on Kamen picking up his fourth.
Kamen only played 11 minutes of the first half. Dwyane Wade and Shaquille O'Neal both scored 16 points in the half. Yesterday in Houston, Shaquille O'Neal and Dwyane Wade combined for 37 free throws. Miami started the night with a 5.5 game lead in the Southeast Division on Washington. 3.5 games ahead of New Jersey in the battle for the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. 5 on the shot clock. This is Brand. And we had a perfect look at the right wing jumper for Elton Brand, a guy who twice has led the NBA in rebounding.
Elton Brand is from Peekskill, New York, from my area in Westchester County.
Home of the Peekskill Military Academy.
Yes. That's northern Westchester. I'm from southern Westchester.
Glad to meet you.
Same here, brother. You're from Long Island.
Massapequa. Dwyane Wade called for a discontinued dribble. So the turnovers are mounting, and some problems beginning to arise for Miami. A lead that was 15 twice in the first quarter now is a deficit. And this is just the first lead of the game for the Clippers. Comes on the Coutinho Mobley floater. Mobley now has 16 points to go with 9 assists.
Well, you mentioned it. They just keep coming at you, the Clippers do. Oh, he called
another offensive foul on Miami. This is James
screen.
Posey setting the moving screen that got Mobley right in the back. Tell you what, Coutinho will not relent. That is one tough-minded customer.
Yes, he is. We talked about that scorer's mentality that he has. He's wincing as he runs down the floor. But it's amazing how put a ball in someone's hands, they forget about their pain.
Yeah, Mobley averages 40 minutes a game. 7th most in the NBA this year. Here's Cassell, topside Brand. Spins away from Wade. 5 on the shot clock. And that's a traveling violation on Los Angeles. Here in a game where both teams are at 60% from the field or better, I still think the team that finds its way defensively will have the best chance of winning.
We were talking about that at the halftime, Eric, that you have to play better defense to win a game that both teams are scoring a lot of points. And the first team that does that is going to win this game.
Clippers on an 8-2 run to open this third quarter. They lead it 70-69. Posey to his left on the run. Shaquille O'Neal could not hold on to the rebound. Cassell looking left and right, now pulling up. And Posey had to put on the brakes before jumping into the seats.
One of the basic rules of offense, Eric, you get into that lane area, always look for your shot first. That's what Cassell did, because you can always change it to a pass. He just missed a wide open J he usually makes.
In the second quarter, the Clippers used a 19-4 run to tie the game at 44. Then they got within 1 on another occasion, but this is their first lead. And Elton Brand increases it to a 3-point advantage. Elton Brand now with 19 points on 8 of 12 shooting.
He gets that great extension on his shot, Eric. That's something most people don't realize. When you extend the arm that much, you get the ball over the rim, through the net.
I'll tell you who may break into the 2010 club before too long. Shaquille O'Neal, averaging 19 points, 9.6 rebounds a game. He's not far from their neighborhood.
He's the guy we thought, you and I, that should have been the MVP last year. This year, it seems Nash is even more incredible because his guy has been out, Amari Stoudemire, and they're still winning big.
Now for Shaq's career, averaging almost 27 points and 12 rebounds a game. And that's over 13 seasons, gang. And there's the Diesel right in the middle of everything.
Yes.
He has 18 points. The Heat needed that hoop. They're down by 1 now.
He heard you talking about him, and there was that repost again. As everybody left, the Heat found him inside for that short hook.
Shaq has hit 6 of his 8 shots tonight. Mobley drills a 3-ball.
He's another guy that looks automatic when he raises that left hand up.
His first triple tonight, number 52 on the year for Coutinho. Mobley tonight, a double-double, his 3rd of the year with 19 points and 10 assists. Heat trail by 4 now. Payton for 3. Kaboom! Gary Payton has tripled 3 times tonight.
Terrific night. 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 13 points in 25 minutes.
So Gary Payton and Dwyane Wade continue to shoot it well offensively for Miami. Heat and Clippers in a much anticipated dogfight here. Wilcox got it. Chris Wilcox now with 9 points. He was on Maryland's national championship team 5 years back. Here's Haslam. And Mobley comes down with his 2nd rebound. This is Cassell. Rattles it down. 9 points for Sudden Sam. And all of a sudden, Miami's down by 5.
Cassell's a good mid-range shooter.
Clippers shooting 62%. The Heat at 63%. And over the top came Elton Brand. That was an easy foul call for Tony Brown. 2nd on Brand. And that's the 2nd team foul on the Clippers here in the 3rd quarter. And what a quarter it's been for Mike Dunleavy's team. They've outscored Miami 17-5. This is Dunleavy's 3rd year with the Clippers. They've gone 8 straight years without making the playoffs. Haslam on the run. He'll get 2 free throws. Heat winning 6 of their last 7 road games. All 5 Heat starters are in double figures. Brand comes sweeping in, and O'Neal reaches out, picks up his 3rd foul. Miami also striving to reach 10 over 500. They would with a win. Cassell from the angle. Rebound fought for. Posey has it.
Udonis again knocking it away.
Clippers lead by 5. This matches their largest lead. 3:43 remaining in the 3rd. Payton lets the traffic clear. 1 bounces for Haslam. And O'Neal with the offensive rebound.
Good hands again by Shaq. That was not an easy rebound in traffic.
Easy does it for the daddy. 20 points for the 6th time in the last 7 games. Elton Brand's miss, corralled by Wade. Artfully behind his back. Into the corner for a Posey 3. Home crowd wanted that as Cassell changes ends for the Clippers.
Might have had too much time on that, Jay.
3-point lead for the Clippers. Mobley from downtown. Coutinho Mobley tripling for the 2nd time here in the quarter. Mobley now has 22 points. His 11th game this season with 20 points or better.
He's the leading scorer in the game right now with that jump shot.
The Clippers have outscored the Heat here in the 3rd quarter 22-11.
51-26 since the 1st quarter when the Heat was up 9.
So that would make it Dwyane Wade to the rescue time. Wade joining Shaq with 20 points. Wade had done it. 6 of 9 from the field. 8 of 10 from the line. Dwyane also has 7 assists. Last foul is on Gary Payton. Payton's 2nd foul. Miami with 3 team fouls. They trail the Clippers by 4 points. Just over 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Here's Kaman ducking in, handing off. Singleton could not hit it over Alonzo Mourning. Great basket area defense.
Yes, Mourning was right there to try to block the shot. Maybe force that miss.
Mourning inside on Kaman, the bucket and the foul. And the unbridled energy of number 33.
How about the great pass from Gary Payton to get his 6th assist of the evening. Terrific pass inside. An even better finish by Mourning.
Alonzo Mourning with 4 points tonight. Make it 5. And the Heat are back to within 1 at 84-83. Frustrating night for Kaman. He's played only 11 minutes, and he has more fouls than either points or rebounds.
Your guy's back. Bonnie face down. Whoa.
Coutinho Mobley throwing it away. The Heat get it back and a chance to reclaim the lead that they had for the entire 1st half. Wade guarded by Mobley. Help from Singleton. The drive. It drops. Dwyane Wade strikes again. He's got 22, and Miami has the lead back.
Wade.
7 straight points for the Heat.
He goes to the rim with so much power and then puts it up so softly.
And that is not easily done, but Wade made it look easy. Down with a miss. Mourning goes flying down. James Singleton and Alonzo getting tangled up. Foul is on Singleton.
Wow.
And Mourning has lifted the energy of the home team and the home crowd.
And he'll go to the foul line for two. That's what he usually does. He plays with such a passion.
Well, the Heat have outscored the opposition in the third quarter in their last 14 games. That may not happen tonight with a minute to go. But the Clippers have obliged, missing 9 of the last 10 shots. And the Heat are up 2. This is Boniface Dong, 7-footer out of the Sudan. Mobley tied up by Antoine Walker. Knocked out of bounds with 4 seconds left on the shot clock for the Clips.
Good hands by Walker. He had him bottled up on the baseline. There's 4 seconds to shoot now. The Heat's got to watch for a quick screen and a jumper.
Sean Livingston to inbound. Finds Mobley, quick 3. In and out, rebound to Dong. .35 seconds left, third quarter. This is Dong. Wade, oh my, he thought he had the steal. Third foul on Alonzo. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock for LA.
Excellent camera work tonight. Really good stuff, guys.
Oh, really good stuff there from James Posey, darting into the passing lane for the steal. So the Heat have the ball and a lead of 2.
Looks like less than a second between the shot clock and the game clock.
In the hands of the incredible Dwyane Wade, who does have 22 points. Going left, Payton for 3. And the third quarter closes with Miami holding on to a 2-point lead. Dwyane Wade, James Posey, Gary Payton, Alonzo Mourning, and Antoine Walker start the quarter for Miami. For the Clippers, it's Elton Brand, Chris Wilcox, James Singleton, Cuttino Mobley, and Sean Livingston.
Again, looked like a zone, 1-2-2 zone coming out of the break by Mike Dunleavy. He's trying to mix it up a little bit. Once in a while, he goes to that zone just to try to keep the Heat a little off balance.
Alonzo Mourning just picked up his 4th foul. Miami shooting 57% through 3 quarters. The Clippers 54%. Off the steal, Walker all the way in. Mourning hammers it down.
How about Mourning running the floor with the guards? Looked like Walker might have gotten fouled on that drive, but Mourning, what a good finish.
The 50th dunk this year for Alonzo Mourning. Mourning with 8 points, 3 for 3 shooting, and a run of 10 unanswered points by Miami. A run that has come to a halt on another Cuttino Mobley 3. 3 of those in the second half. And coach, URI's finest, Cuttino Mobley, 25 points, 10 assists.
Yes, leads the game with that high score.
Well, that ends a 4-minute scoreless drought by the Clippers going back to the end of the third quarter. Here's Wade stepping into a 3-ball. Payton lunged for the rebound, but Sean Livingston landed with it. Livingston on the move. Looked a little tentative, but was still able to finish with a right-handed flip.
Oh, it was terrific. He slowed his dribble down to look for the pass. Then he noticed that he had the lane to the basket and then had a hesitation dribble and went up over Wade and made the banker.
Now Livingston with a baby face at the age of 20. Tonight just his 50th career NBA game. Mourning with a right-handed reach out stuffer.
What a terrific pass from Dwyane Wade, his 8th of the game.
10 points for Mourning, and you're right, 8 assists to go with 22 points for Dwyane Wade. Mourning becomes the 6th Heat player to reach double figures in scoring tonight. 1-point lead, and quite a ball game. Elton Brand checks the shot clock, 4 left on it. Turns into a double team. Livingston got it off. It's a 24-second violation.
Antoine Walker, terrific defense on Elton Brand right there. Forced that 24-second violation. Looks like this play, they're going to try to go inside to Alonzo Mourning on this play. Oh, and to Walker, okay.
Walker wheels in on Brandon, hits, and for Antoine Walker, his first points of the game on his second shot.
Good call by Pat Riley. He called Walker's number and he delivered.
3-point lead for the Heat via a 14-4 run. Mobley blocked by Mourning. 12 games in a row for the world's best shot blocker with at least one. Posey from downtown. And Mobley doing a good job of locating and backing up for the rebound. Heat lead by 3. Mourning and Brand in a battle for positioning. And Mourning picks up his 5th foul. Cuttino Mobley leading the Clippers with 25 points. Elton Brand has 21. Livingston missing on the runner. Walker covers up the rebound.
Good defense by Fitch on that play.
Now the Heat defense beginning to find itself. The Clippers held to 5 points over the last 6 minutes. 8:35 left here in the fourth quarter.
And now you change your offensive strategy now with Shaq in the game. He gets the ball. Oh man. He gets the ball inside. They started with the inside play of Shaq and then eventually swung it. He wound up with that little touch, what would you call it? A little touch shot.
So the 9th assist for Wade. O'Neal and Wade both with 22 points. The Heat are up by 5. Wilcox maneuvers in. And the Clippers missing again, out of bounds off Los Angeles. The Clippers have missed 14 of their last 17 shots.
And Elton Brand is not getting the ball in the offense for the Clippers. That, the last 2-3 times down the floor, he didn't touch the ball. You got a guy like him, you got to get him the ball.
Antoine Walker, Gerald Fitch teaming with Wade, O'Neal, and Posey. Under 8 minutes left in a very tight ball game.
I mentioned how it changes a little bit, Eric. The Heat go to Shaq when he comes in the game. The last 2 times down before, when Alonzo Mourning was in, they posted up Walker. They had Wade going to the basket. So that the offense starts with Shaq and then they play out of it.
Well, the Heat lead is 5. Cassell draws the foul on Gerald Fitch.
Pat Riley mentioned before the game how he wants Fitch to pick up full court, use some of that energy and that defensive prowess that he has.
The Clippers are 12 of 13, make it 13 of 14 at the foul line. Miami's been there 30 times. 11 points for Cassell, under his average of nearly 18 points a game.
You mentioned earlier the Clippers are 3rd in the NBA at shooting 80% from the foul line.
They just don't get there enough. Wade hands back to Antoine Walker. Dribble drive pass down to Dwyane. Denied by Elton Brand. Nice shot block for Brand, who's 5th in the league in blocks.
Terrific block.
And here's Elton down the other end. Put it up softly and nailed it. He has 23 points now. And the Clippers very much in the hunt, down by 1.
Brand had 6 block shots the last time they played in Los Angeles. That was his first tonight.
Wade takes aim. It drops. Dwyane Wade's first points of the fourth quarter. He's got 24 with 9 assists. 96-93 Miami. Cassell answers back.
That's that mid-range shot we talked about. He's one of the guys in the league. He's one of the best at shooting that mid-range J off the dribble.
Sam Cassell, unbelievable. Traded 6 times in his NBA career.
That man's a winner.
Here's Wade rising up. Kaboom.
So is that man.
26 for Dwyane Wade. Now for Wade, his 8th straight game over the 20-point mark. Cassell on the turn. Rebound tipped up, taken down by James Posey, and Mobley from behind picks up his 2nd foul.
Terrific play by Posey. He couldn't grab the rebound, so he tapped it to himself.
Pat Riley choosing this moment to give Wade a rest. Gary Payton returns to the lineup. 24 points for Wade. I have him for 26, actually. The arena board has him for 24. Fitch was blocked by Brand. Loose ball. Cassell flips it forward, and Mobley cannot catch it. Elsewhere, Cleveland's leading at Charlotte by 18. LeBron James with 30. Walker nails a 3. Antoine Walker, all 5 of his points here in the fourth quarter, and the Heat have needed it. They've opened up a 6-point lead.
Pat Riley has called Walker's number twice in this quarter, 1 a post-up and 1 a 3, and he's come through both times.
5.5 minutes left as Brand launches and nails another one. Elton Brand with 25. By the way, they did make a correction on Dwyane Wade. I was right. He does have 26.
There was no doubt you were right.
Well, there's always some doubt.
Not for me.
Shaq locates the double team. He reposts against Kaman, doubles back, nice flip. Fitch rejected by Elton Brand. Gerald Fitch leaves the lineup. Dwyane Wade is back in. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Heat need to be efficient here. There's your guy. Cassell down with a rebound. Clippers are down 4. Singleton flipping back for Elton Brand. Well, he gets right to a spot where he's comfortable. Brand with 27 now, 6 of them here in the fourth quarter. 2-point ball game.
And he extends so well with his arms out. It's very difficult to block that shot. Shaq got one earlier, but that was deeper in the lane.
Here comes Wade, flipping cross court. Payton's 3 on the way. Gary Payton has tripled for the 4th time tonight, matching his 4 threes at Houston yesterday. 16 points for Payton. And Wade with his 10th assist, Tony. So Dwyane Wade comes away with his 12th double-double of the year.
You would never guess Payton is in his 16th year in the NBA, going on 38 years old.
Tonight, the 13th start of the season for Gary Payton. Mobley for 3. Gets it. Coutinho Mobley. All 4 of his 3 balls have come here in the second half. Mobley with a season high, 28 points.
Well, you wonder what Orlando was thinking when they traded him away. Wow.
Dealt from Orlando to Sacramento for Doug Christie. Yeah, Chris Kaman just fouled out of the game.
Excellent guard play by the Heat. Wade and Payton combining to get Shaq open on the baseline.
A 105-102 lead for Miami. So O'Neal now with 23 points. Now this living up to the game we thought we'd get. One of the best in the West against one of the beasts of the East. 5 on the shot clock. Elton Brand maneuvering against Walker. Off balance, but on target. 8 in the quarter. 29 for the night for Brand, and the Heat lead is reduced to 1.
The Heat go to Shaq and Wade when they need a basket. The Clippers go to either Mobley or Brand. They both touch the ball in that offensive sequence.
Elton Brand, 12 of 19 from the field tonight in this game. Coutinho Mobley reaching out, committing the foul on the Dwyane Wade drive. Mobley picking up his 3rd foul, and the 4th team foul on the Clippers here in the quarter. Make that Mobley's 2nd foul. So just over 3 minutes left in this game. Singleton out, hedging out on Wade, now picking up Wade. Payton, corner 3. Kaboom!
Wow, Sammy
Gary
Cassell.
Payton's on fire!
Yeah. Cassell was right on him in the corner, and Payton buried that, Jay.
A season high 5 triples for Payton in this game. The Heat 10 of 18 from downtown. Back at the Heat's house, a ball game still up for grabs. Sam Cassell hits the first. It's 108-105. Miami on top. Very efficient game for both teams against good defense.
It is. You could tell both teams have really been on their game tonight offensively. 2 good defensive teams coming into tonight, but shooting the lights out.
Clippers are 15 of 16 at the line tonight. Cassell with 6 of his 15 points in this 4th quarter. Wade measured up short. It's a 2-point Heat lead. 2.5 minutes to go. Cassell for 3. And the lead.
Oh, wow. D. Wade would like to have the shot back at the other end. That wasn't a good decision. Cassell comes down and buries a 3, and now they've scored 5 in a row.
That is so Sam Cassell. He had 9 points through 3 quarters, 9 more in the 4th. Wade wrap around for Shaq. That's a good foul by the Clippers. Instead of a dunk, you take your chances with 2 Shaquille O'Neal free throws.
As Shaq hits the free throw.
O'Neal makes both. Well, the big guy says it, when we need him, I'll hit him.
And he stared over at the bench. He likes to do that when they foul him on purpose, when he makes his free throws.
So the Diesel with 25 points in this game. Miami leads it by 1. 2 minutes left in a thriller. This is Mobley. It's on the way. It's short. Rebound run down by Gary Payton. Payton against Cassell. Posey for three. Yes!
Yes.
James Posey has tripled for the 5th time tonight, and the Heat lead it 113 to 109. Well, Miami trailed 109 to 108, but since then they've scored 5 points in a row. Alonzo Mourning is in the game for Miami with 5 fouls.
Yes.
He comes in on the defensive end. Shaquille O'Neal to the bench.
Pat Riley put him in yesterday against Houston, and he blocked a shot late in the game.
Home crowd on their feet. This is Brand with 8 to shoot. Elton will. Rebound comes down to Haslam, and he was fouled.
Yeah, how about Alonzo Mourning out there, the contested jumper by Brand.
So Alonzo Mourning helped change the momentum of this game when he came in. Here in the second half, 10 points. 4 of 4 from the field. Haslam now at the line. Udonis has had another efficient game. 12 points for Udonis tonight.
Well, Eric, you said it earlier, the luxury of having an Alonzo Mourning and a Shaquille O'Neal. This situation calls for defense. You bring in, arguably the best shot blocker in the NBA in Mourning.
It's 115 to 109. 7 straight points for the Heat after falling behind by 1. Mobley, under the duress of Dwyane Wade's defense, comes up with the air ball. Now the Heat in the catbird seat. A lead of 6, under a minute to go.
D. Wade picks up his 4th block shot of the game,
which ties his career high. Wade on the miss. Elton Brand comes down with the rebound. Clippers want to hurry. Brand on the move, motoring in and drawing a foul with 45 seconds left. And remember what he did to Miami in early December. 37 points, 12 boards, 6 blocks, and his team won. Tony, how about the Clippers hitting 16 of their 17 foul shots tonight?
Well, you see why they're the 3rd best free throw shooting team in the league.
It keeps you close, even when you're giving up 56% shooting to the opposition. Brand makes both. To a 10-point 4th quarter and a 31-point game for Elton Brand. And the Heat still on their tippy toes, leading by 4.
When they go to a half-court trap, the Heat's going to pass away from the trap as the clock winds down. They don't need the foul right now for the Clippers.
Here's Wade on the repost against Quentin Ross. Now the shot clock down to 3. Wade turns the other way, a forced 3. And the Clippers, off terrific defense, have the ball down 4. This is Brand. 13 seconds to go in the game. Singleton from downtown. He did it. James Singleton with his first points of the second half. He's got 14 tonight, and the lead is only 1 for Miami, and we have a foul in the backcourt that'll send Dwyane Wade to the line.
Eric, the ball was out of bounds. The rule changes right here. This should be a foul shot and retain possession.
So Haslam will get a free throw, and then the Heat have possession with a 2-point lead.
You can't move on the sideline, but you can throw the ball into the backcourt.
And Wade, the guy Miami probably wanted to receive that, does, and immediately draws the foul. With just under 8 seconds left in the game, and the 8th straight game, he has exceeded 20 points. And very few fans using their seats right now here at the American Airlines Arena.
Clippers will call timeout on the make.
Cassell to send it in. Gets it right back from Dunn. Bumps into Posey. Offensive foul! James Posey just slammed the door on the Clippers.
Well, Cassell had to take a shot there. His team's down 4 with about 6 seconds left. When he made the play, Posey did not go for the fake.
With just under 5 seconds left in the game, and the Heat leading it 118 to 114. Wade got it away to Posey. He finds Payton, and this one is over. Quality win for Miami. So the Heat do get their 28th win. And the Heat do rise 10 games above 500 for the first time this year.